All right, welcome. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. My name is Lindsay, if we haven't met before. Today, we're gonna go through yoga flow, yoga vinyasa with a focus on building up some core strength. So more than just an aesthetic purpose, having a really strong core is really a foundation, is our powerhouse to a lot of movement. So we're gonna build up that strength in the core. Over time, this is gonna help protect you from low back stress. It can also help maintain a proper posture, which we all know an improper posture can lead to a lot of pain and trouble in our body. So let's just get on our mat, get something comfortable on. I will recommend having a block for practice today. You don't necessarily have to have one, but if you do, definitely grab that. If you are at home doing this practice and you don't have access to a block, another alternative would be one of those soup boxes. So if you can grab a box of soup from your cupboard, that will also work for this purpose today as well. So let's get started. I'll meet you on our mat. So as always, we're just gonna start practice in a nice, tall, comfortable seat. So making your way into a seat that's sustainable for your body. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a cross-legged seat. You can sit kneeling on the hills, whatever's comfortable here. Take a moment and ground your sit bones into the mat. Sit up a little bit taller through the crown of your head. Humbly bow the chin in towards the chest. And allow the eyes to softly shut here. When you're ready, please take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And then just take a couple of moments just to simply land here. And with the eyes closed, we start to invite our awareness for our practice to go deep inside. I'll invite you to begin to trace the path of your breath inside you. And just notice if you can feel the breath beneath the palms. On each inhale, you can feel the belly expand and fill up. And each exhale, there's a deflating or contracting of the navel back and in towards the spine, empty. And just take a few more soothing breaths here, starting to follow the rhythm of your breath. And in this way, we start to turn on the rest and digest system of our nervous system. And this is really a calming sensation for both our body and our mind. Super important. Gently flutter open the eyes if they were closed. You can release the hands from the heart here. And we're gonna start in a tabletop position. So making your way into all fours, coming up onto your hands and your knees. Take a moment to line up your foundation so your shoulders will land above your wrists, your hips over your knees. Draw your navel in and up so that the core is already staying connected and contained. Your left hand's gonna stay rooted where it is. When you're ready, reach your right arm forward so your right bicep lines up with your ear. Right thumb can point up towards the sky. And then step your left foot long back on your mat. For a moment, your left toes can stay connected. Hug your low belly in, and then option to keep your back toes on the mat, or you can play with peeling your left toes away from the earth, just about an inch or two. So I'm gonna tuck my right toes under just to add a little bit more stability there. And then some spinal flossing here. So on your next breath in, reach out through your fingertips, press out through your heel. And then as you exhale, draw your knee into your elbow and your elbow into your knee. And we'll take that again. Inhale, lengthen forward, look forward. Exhale, round and hug in, low belly pulls. Take that one more time. Inhale, lengthen out. On your exhale, round and hug in. You can tuck your chin towards your chest. One last time, go for length as you breathe in. And then on your breath out, lower your right palm to the mat and lower your left toe straight back once again. You're going to turn your right foot out towards the right edge of your mat. So the right toes will just kick out like a little kickstand here. Transfer the weight into your right palm and then carefully rotate onto the inner edge of your back foot. Sweep your left arm up towards the sky. So you're in a modified side plank pose. Bottom rib cage hugs in as you press the earth away. Make sure that that bottom hand stays nice and active here, so wide fingers, grip the mat with your finger pads. And then you can keep your back foot rooted, or if you want to challenge here, you can start to float your left leg away from the mat. Keep drawing your left toes to flex towards your shin, so you're nice and active through that lifted leg. And then option from there, left arm can stay straight up towards the sky, or you can sweep the left arm up and overhead, creating an extension from your back leg and creating a little bit more space through your left side body here. And then breathing into that space. You can roll your heart a little bit more open. Take one more full breath in here. Look towards the mat, and as you exhale, plant your left hand to the earth, and then return to hands and knees, tabletop position. Again, you can tuck all 10 toes here, just reset the foundation. Your right palm is going to stay rooted this time. Sweep your left arm forward. Your left thumb points up towards the sky. Step your right foot long back on the mat. Right toes can stay connected, or if you wish to challenge, hug your low belly in, and then peel your right toes about an inch or two away from the mat. So just be mindful not to lift that right hip too high. You want your hip bones to still face the mat, and both hips are nice and level here, so hips are square. Press out through your lifted heel and reach through your fingertips. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, draw your elbow to your knee and your knee to your elbow. Take that again. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, round and hug in. Low belly pulls. One more. Inhale. Exhale here. Go for the length one last time as you breathe in. And then lower your left palm to the mat, lower your right toes straight back. Taking that kickstand again, so left foot turns out towards the left edge of your mat. Turn to the inner edge of your back foot, transfer your weight to your left hand. And then no rush here. When you're ready, sweep your right arm up towards the sky. Rolling your heart open and stacking your shoulders on your back. Same option here, your back foot can stay rooted, or if you want to challenge that core engagement, you can start to float the right foot away from the mat. Keep flexing your right toes actively back towards your shin. And then option to stay right there, or you can sweep your right arm up and overhead. See if you can keep your right palm facing the mat, so you can integrate that right shoulder onto your back. Nice long extension from your back heel through your reaching fingertips. Take one more big breath in here, create space. Look towards the mat, and as you exhale, plant your right hand down, and then just return to that tabletop position. When you're ready, we're setting up for your downward facing dog. So first dog pose of the practice, lift your feet, tuck your toes. Send your hips back and up, downward facing dog. Coming into that inverted letter V through the body here. So see if you can melt your heart towards your thighs. Your hands are going to stay really active here, spreading the fingers super wide. Claw the mat with all 10 finger pads. In your first down dog, it may feel nice to explore the shape with a little bit of movement, so you can pedal out the feet, bend alternate knees, and even shake your head yes, shake your head no. Let go of any tension that you may be holding on to through the back of the neck, and then just allow the crown of the head to fall heavy here. Soft bend in the knees, create space into your back body, heels working towards the mat, but they don't need to touch, just heading in that direction. And then we'll join our breath here together. So everybody please exhale your air, empty out. Take a full breath in through the nostrils. Deep breath out. Tune into the rhythm of your breath. Inhale. Slow and steady exhale. One more like that. Big breath in. Fullest breath out. Look towards your feet, and then mindfully walk your hands back to your toes. So you're walking your hands to your feet. You land at the back of your mat here, and then take a deep, generous bend to your knees here, and drape your torso over your thighs. Tuck your chin towards your chest so the back of the neck can lengthen, And then knuckles here can graze the mat. Or you can grab onto opposite elbows. Just hanging in this passive forward fold, this ragdoll action. Feel gravity pulling you forward and down, creating a little bit more space between the vertebrae. You can stay in stillness or you can rock from side to side. And then coming back to center, come back to stillness. Release the grip on the arms if it's there. Look forward. And on your next inhale, you'll walk forward into a high plank pose, top of a push-up. Shoulders over wrists, heels over toes, long spine. And then you're gonna walk right back towards hands and feet. So landing at the back of your mat, forward fold just as you are, soft knees, let the head be heavy. Good, look forward. On your inhale, take that again. Walk all the way forward into your plank pose, strong arms and legs. And then walk it back on your exhale, hands to feet. You'll land in forward fold, back of your mat. 2 more like that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk it back. Okay, last round. Come forward on your inhale. This time on your exhale, you're going to stay and hold in your plank pose. Press down into the palms, this feeling of pressing the earth away. So much that the upper back will start to dome. You can feel the shoulder blades pulling apart or protracting away from one another. Stay nice and strong through the legs here, so press into the balls of the feet. Lengthening back through your heels, reach your heart forward. Take another full breath in here. Full breath out. Belly stays toned. Inhale together. Full breath out. One more deep breath in. Hold for your breath out. Nice work, you guys. Good. On your next inhale, shift your weight onto your toes. And then lower the knees here. And as you exhale, lower all the way down onto the mat. Elbows hug in and back here as you lower. Setting up for cobra pose, so release the toes, point them back, press into the tops of your feet. Elbows hug in towards your rib cage. Take an inhale to lift the heart forward, up and back. And then on your exhale, lower the heart forward and down. Good, soft hands. Inhale, lift with strong legs. Lower your heart to the mat, exhale. And one more round. Breathe into your cobra. All the way to the earth as you breathe out. And returning back to downward facing dog, option to come through the knees here. Lift your feet, tuck your toes, send your hips back and up once again. Take a full breath in here. Deep breath out. Lift high up to your toes, look forward. Bend your knees and then step or walk your feet up towards the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift when you arrive, option hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold, release, low belly hugs in. 2 more like that. Inhale to a long, flat back. Exhale, fold and release. Last round, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Keep that soft bend in towards your knees, chin in towards your chest. And then we're just going to slowly start to roll your spine up. Notch by notch, vertebra by vertebra. Head, neck, and shoulders will come up last. So you can exaggerate that movement all the way up to the top. Standing tall, mountain pose. Your feet can either be hip distance apart here or bring your big toes to touch. But spread all 10 toes nice and wide here and root down through the full surface area of the feet. See if you can feel that rebounding energy, the strength of the earth starting to lift up, center. Heart is nice and bright. Relax the shoulders, arms alongside you with palms facing forward. Getting ready to flow here, so press into your feet, and on your next inhale, sweep the arms up. And then as you exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Bend the knees here as much as you need. Halfway lift, long flat back on your inhale. Plant your hands, step back, plank pose on your exhale. You're gonna hold here, inhale, strong core. Option knees first again, or this time as you exhale, lower all the way to the earth, one long line. Untuck the feet, press the tops of the toes down, and then tense your fingertips on either side of your mat. Lift up for a high cobra pose on your inhale. And then ripple the heart forward and through as you exhale. 2 more like that. Fingers down, cobra, heart lifts, breathe in. Lower through on your exhale. Last round, follow your breath. And replace your hands back underneath your shoulders, come back to downward facing dog. Staying here strong through your structure of your hands and your feet. Feel the fluid movement of the breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Take another full breath in. Deep breath out. And one more, inhale. Fullest exhale. And lift up high to your toes, look forward, bend your knees, step or walk your feet up towards the top of your mat. You can take your time and as many steps as you need. Halfway lift, inhale to lengthen. Hollow it through the belly and fold as you exhale. Press into your feet, circle the arms overhead, reach up top. And then draw your hands towards the center of your heart. Release the arms, release the breath. All right, second round, root to rise. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in and lengthen. Plant your hands, step back. This time, lower halfway, or you can stick with all the way. So chaturanga. Option for upward face, or stick with cobra. Knees and thighs off the mat for up dog. Roll back over the toes, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in when you arrive. And a steady breath out. One more like that. Inhale together. Full, complete exhale. Lift up high to your toes, look forward. Bend your knees, step, hop, or float your feet to the top. Halfway lift, inhale, heart lengthens forward. Exhale, forward fold, release. Press into your feet, inhale, circle the arms overhead, reach up. Pull your hands into your heart, release the arms, release the breath. Okay, nicely done. You can separate your feet here, hip distance apart. So that's about 2 fists between the inner arches of the feet. Rooting down through the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, 2 edges of your heels, all 4 corners. Reach the arms up towards the sky, big breath in. Interlace your fingers, and as you exhale, press your palms up towards the sky. You can soften the shoulders down your back body here. A little hug of pubic bone to belly button, so again, your core is nice and stable. Take a full breath in, reach up, create space. And then on your exhale, arc up and over towards your right. Gentle press of the hips towards the left. Really starting to build a nice little amount of space here along your lateral left side. Breathing a little bit more fully into your left rib cage. Feel that expansion. Take one more inhale. Maybe arc a little bit deeper as you exhale. Press down into your feet to rise back up to center on your inhale. And then on your exhale, arc up and over towards your left. Gentle press of the hips to the right. Keep your shoulders facing towards the top 2 edges of your mat. Biceps straight in line with the ears. Breathe a little bit more fully here into your right rib cage, intercostal muscles. Take a full breath in. Maybe arc a little bit deeper as you breathe out. Rising all the way back up to center. Inhale will take you there. Open up the arms, and as you exhale, swan dive down towards the mat. Lead with the heart. Halfway lift, inhale. Play your hands, step back, flow through a vinyasa, or you can skip this and come straight to downward facing dog. So these vinyasas will be optional from here on through, and feel free to take them as you wish or leave them out at any point. Make this practice your own. Meeting in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, send your right leg up towards the sky. Roll and stack your right hip open, and then bend your top knee. Allow your right heel to fall up towards your left glute. Now be mindful here, you're not dumping all the weight into your left palm. See if you can draw your outer right shoulder down, and then evenly distribute the weight between both hands here. Take another full breath in, maybe lift your right knee a little bit higher. Good, stay here for your exhale. Send your right leg to straight, square off your hips. Take a full breath in here. And then on your exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose as you shift your shoulders over your wrists. Gonna take that again. Right leg lifts on your inhale. Knee to nose as you exhale, round and hug in. Nice work. One more time. Inhale, three-legged dog. Knee to nose as you exhale. This time stay and hold. Press the earth away. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Keep rounding chin to chest. Good. From there, look forward and then lightly step your right foot between your hands. And then rotate your outer back foot down for Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana B. Set the foundation of the feet first, and then through that strong powerhouse of the legs, rise up, arms to a T. Take a moment to settle in. So I encourage you to take up a lot of space here. You can use this measurement of lining up your ankles underneath your wrists, and then sinking into that front thigh lunge, root down through the outer edge of your back foot. So both legs are really working here. Keep squeezing your right knee open towards the right. And then keep that structure in the lower half of the body. Just offer the right palm up towards the sky. Big breath in. And on your exhale, exalt your warrior. Reach up and back. Staying nice and light in the back hand there. And feeling this nice, beautiful space from your right hip crease out through your reaching fingertips. Keeping the integrity of the lunge to the front thigh, so there's a tendency to start to work that front leg to straight, but see if you can keep the right knee bent, right thigh working towards parallel with the mat. Good, take two more here. Pressing down into your feet, rise all the way back up, Vira B. And then keep reaching forward. You'll anchor your right forearm to your right thigh. Circle your left arm up in line with your ear for extended side angle. You can roll your left shoulder onto your back body so your heart shines a little bit more open. If you're a little bit more spacious, you might take your right fingertips to the mat. But if that starts to collapse your right rib cage and starts to cause shortness of breath, then I encourage you to just keep working that right forearm to thigh. And then just like at the beginning, feel that left arm become an extension of your back leg. Shine your heart a little bit more brighter to the sky. Take two more here. Nicely done. At the bottom of your next exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot, so you're in a runner's lunge. Start to transfer the weight forward and towards your front foot, and then carefully peel your back toes off the mat, lifting into this standing L shape. So this is a great place for a block underneath your right hand, or just tend onto fingertips. Your bottom knee can bend if you need, but keep that lifted leg nice and active, straight back. Take a full breath in, look forward. As you exhale, draw your left knee in towards your nose as you round your upper back and hug in. Take that again. Inhale, press the left heel back, look forward. Exhale, bend both knees, round, low belly hugs in. One more, inhale. This time on your exhale, you're going to stay and hold. Take your right hand to your right hip, left hand to your left shin. Nice and stable through the core here. Press into your standing leg. And then see if you can rise all the way up, taking your left knee with you. And it may look a little bit messy. That's okay. If you're wobbling here, it just means those stabilizer muscles are really turning on, engaging. That's great. You can keep your left knee bent, left hand to left shin, or maybe take your left fingertips and wrap them around your peace fingers around your big toes. Take an inhale to reach up a little bit taller through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, start to open your left leg towards the left. Try and stay nice and tall here through the spine. You can reach your right arm out for counterbalance. Your drishti or your gaze can stay focused on one stable spot out in front. Take one more full breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Come all the way back to center. Release the grip on the leg. Lower the left foot to the earth. Take a moment here just to ground in your mountain pose. Take a full breath in through the nostrils. And then exhale out the mouth. Okay, second round. Inhale, reach up. Circle the arms overhead. Bow forward as you exhale. Halfway lift. Breathe in and lengthen. Plant your hands. Step back. Lower through your vinyasa. Your exhale will carry you down. Elbows hug in and back as you lower. And then strong legs will lift your heart through. Roll back over the toes, downward facing dog will meet. When you're ready, left leg will lift up towards the sky. Roll and stack your left hip open, and then bend your top knee. Allow your left heel to fall towards your right glute. Drop the outer left shoulder down. Keep the shoulders square, active through both hands. Maybe lift that left knee a little bit higher. Take one more big breath in. Hold for your breath out. Send your left leg to straight, square off your hips. Take a full inhale here. On your exhale, knee to nose, round your upper back. Again, inhale, left leg lifts back and up, three-legged. Knee to nose as you exhale, draw shoulders over wrists. One more time, inhale. Knee to nose as you exhale. This time you're going to stay and hold. Press into the palms, lift the hips a little bit higher. Look forward and then lightly step your left foot between your hands. Rotate your outer back heel down for warrior two. Set the foundation of the feet and then rise up from the powerhouse of the legs. Make any little micro adjustments you need here to your stance. Again, long line of energy from fingertip to fingertip. Gaze comes softly over your front middle fingers. Keep the power of the legs if you can. Offer the left palm up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. And then on your exhale, exalt the warrior. Reach up and back. Creating this beautiful stretch along your left side waist here. Staying nice and light on your back, hands. Turn your chest towards the right side of your mat. Two more. Good. Bring your arms back to a T. Look forward, start to reach forward, and then anchor your left forearm to your left thigh. Circle your right arm up in line with your ear for extended side angle. Rolling your right shoulder onto your back, you can spin your heart a little bit more open. And then using that reaching arm as an extension of your back leg to create even more space through your right side waist. Keep working into that front thigh lunge. Legs are strong, hugging in. Two more. At the bottom of your next exhale, curl your hands to the earth. Your hands will frame your front feet and then pivot onto the ball of your back toes. Start to look forward and begin to shift your weight forward and towards your front foot. When you're ready, you can peel the back toes off the mat, lifting into the standing L shape. With your right leg lifted, active, flex your toes, press out through your heels. Take a full breath in, look forward. As you exhale, draw your knee to nose, tuck your chin to your chest. Good, again, inhale, lengthen out, look forward. Exhale, round and hug in, low belly, draws to slide. One more, inhale. Exhale. Hold here, grab a hold of your right shin with your right hand. Left hand to left hip. Press down into your standing leg and then slowly start to rise on up. See if you can bring your right knee with you. And then just take a moment to find that grounding through your bottom foot, lift through the crown of your head. Same option here, maybe peace fingers wrap around big toes, only if you have the space in the hamstring. Otherwise, start to work your right knee out towards the right. You can use that left arm as a counterbalance here. Look forward, gaze on one spot. Take one more big breath in. Full breath out. Good, come all the way back to center. Release the grip on the leg. Lower your right foot to the earth. Lower the arms alongside you, mountain pose. See if you can take a moment here in stillness. Try and resist the urge to fidget or to fix. Just simply be. And back to your breath. All right, flutter open the eyes if they're closed. Coming into chair pose. So you can bend your knees, sit your hips low. Sweep the arms up in line with the ears. And then start to settle the weight more towards your heels here. Toes are nice and light. See if you can soften around the edges of your neck. Keep hugging your low belly in. Sit a little bit lower through your seat. Take a full inhale. Maybe sit deeper, exhale. Nice work. One more breath here. On your breath out, sweet release, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale, long flat back. Plant your hands, step back, vinyasa, or skip it and come straight to down dog. Following your breath all the way through here, so really allow your breath to become your guide. On your next breath in, sweep your right leg up towards the sky, strong and straight. And then step your right foot forward and through, lower your back heel for warrior two once again. Foundation of the feet, root, and you'll rise up from that. And then we're gonna find a dynamic motion or movement on this version. So on your next inhale, press your front leg to straight as you reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, flow through back into warrior two. And then make this your own. So inhale, rise. Exhale, flow down. Following the rhythm of your breath here, 2 more cycles. Okay, come all the way back up. Keep your right leg straight and then just lower your arms to shoulder height. Spread your right toes nice and wide and really root down through your right big toe mound. Setting up for Trikonasana, if you wish, you can walk your left foot in a little bit closer just for more stability. And then start to reach forward, really lengthen here through both sides of your body as far as you can. And then lower your right hand to your shin as you circle your left arm up towards the sky. So see if you can create that long line of energy from fingertip to fingertip with the shoulders rolling and stacking on your back. And then just be mindful here that you're not collapsing through your right side waist. So if you can't reach the earth, just use that hand to shin action. Rolling your heart open from your bottom rib cage. Take 2 more here. Good, setting up for Ardha Chandrasana, lower your left hand to your left hip. Look forward, start to bend into your front knee, and then walk your right fingertips in front of your toes. Start to shift your weight forward and towards your front foot, and then carefully peel the back legs off the mat. You can roll and stack your left hip open here. With your left toes pointing out towards the left side of the room, option to add that top arm. So sweep the left arm up. Your right toe mound is going to be your root, so look down towards the mat and just pick a focal point for your drishti or your gaze. And as best you can, keep that big right toe mound rooted. 2 more here. Okay, nicely done. Coming back to warrior two, nice and slow. Take a big step back with your left foot. Rise all the way back up. Take a full breath in, look forward. And then on your exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step your right foot back and bring your big toes to touch in high plank pose. You can walk your right hand about 1 inch or 2 forward of your right shoulder, and then carefully rotate onto the outer edge of your right foot, stacking the legs here for Vashisthasana, side plank. You can also take that modified version that we took at the beginning of practice with your bottom knee on the mat. So option to keep the legs stacked, flex the toes, or option to float that top leg away. Good. From there, option to reach the left arm up and overhead. Keep using your side body strength here, press the earth away, lift the hips a little bit higher. Option to stay right there, or some oblique crunches. So take a full inhale, reach, and as you exhale, draw your right knee to your elbow and your elbow to your knee. That would be your left arm and knee rather. So inhale, lengthen out. Good, left elbow, left knee, crunch in. 1 more. Nice work, you guys. Exhale. Okay, nice and slow. Look towards the mat. Unwind, point your left hand to the earth. Take a full inhale, plank pose. And then a controlled exhale through vinyasa. We'll meet in downward dog. Low belly hugs in to draw you back. Take a full breath in through the nostrils. And then open mouth, exhale. Good, second side, left leg lifts, inhale, strong and straight. Step your left foot forward and through, lower your back heel to the mat. Press into the feet, windmill your arms up and open. Grounding down evenly through both feet. We're going to take that same dynamic movement here. So on your next breath in, press your front leg to straight, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, flow through, back into warrior two. Good, breath and movement together, creating that union between those two elements of the practice. Gathering that energy to the top, and then grounding down through both feet. One more. Take one more together. Inhale to rise. This time, keep your front leg straight. Just lower your arms to shoulder height, setting up for Trikonasana. Again, you can step your back foot in closer so you've got a little bit more stability there. Keep reaching forward as far as you can through the left fingertips first. Keep that space in the spine, side body long. Lower your left hand down, sweep your right arm up, and rotate the heart open. The shoulders will stack on your back body, and make sure again you're not collapsing here through your left side waist. You can come up a little bit higher if you need. Keep bringing your left big toe mound into the mat. Feel the inner lines of the legs really fire up, strong and stable. The last breath here. Good, lower your right hand to your hip, look forward. Start to bend into your front knee and then walk your left fingertips forward of your front toes, setting up for Ardha Chandrasana. Begin to shift your weight in towards your front foot and then carefully peel your back leg off the mat. Roll and stack your right hip open so your right toes point towards the right side of the room. And then option to keep your right hand to your hip, or you can add the top arm, sweeping the right arm up. Balance posture, see if you can stay rooted through your left big toe mound, gaze on one spot. And then really keep that lifted leg active, so give it purpose, flex through the toes, press out through your heels. Take one more big breath in. Full breath out. Nicely done, look towards the mat first, coming back to warrior two. Slow and steady, take a big step back with your right foot. Rise up, arms to a T. Take an inhale to look forward. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step your left foot back and bring your big toes to touch, plank pose. Walk your left hand slightly forward of your left shoulder. Carefully rotate onto the other edge of your left foot. Stacking the legs here for Vashisthasana, side plank. Again, you can take that same modified version that we took at the beginning of class. Option to stay right there, or you can float your top leg away. Maybe reach your right arm up and overhead. Option to stay right there, or take an inhale, reach and press out through your heel. On your exhale, draw your elbow to your knee and your knee to your elbow. Just two more. Good job. Inhale. Hug it in. Use your side body strength. One more round. Good. Slowly look towards the mat first. Place your right hand down. Pivot onto the balls of your feet so you're in that plank pose once again. Stay for your inhale. And then controlled exhale will take you through your chaturanga. Strong legs to lift your heart. Big breath in. Roll back over the toes. Big breath out. Come back to the sound, the rhythm of your breath. All right, when you're ready, you can touch your knees to the mat. Send your hips to your heels and take a child's pose here. Just take a breath or two just to simply ground and land. Okay, rolling up to a seat, so you're sitting on the back of your heels. Now this would be where you'll want to utilize your block if you have one. So we'll come all the way onto our back. Just make sure that your block is nice and handy. So shifting your weight over to one side, roll on down onto your backs. Knees can stay bent here, and you're just going to take your block between your legs. So the long, narrow edge will press against your inner thighs. So just about midway down your inner thighs there, and then really squeeze the block together with your legs. You're going to reach your legs straight up towards the sky. Now, if you don't have a block, your option here is going to take the same variation, but instead of squeezing the block and using your arms as well, you'll do just the action with your legs, and you'll lift your sit bones and place your palms underneath your sit bones just for a little bit more stability. So coming back to variation with the block, reach your arms up so that they're parallel with the legs. Shoulders down and back. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out, let it go. Good, on your next inhale, reach your arms overhead as you draw your legs straight down and the heels will just hover above the mat. Reach everything back up to center as you exhale, arms and legs. Transfer the block to your hands and then inhale, reach them up and overhead, point your toes down. Low belly hugs in, exhale to rise. Transfer the block, inhale, lower. And then keep going, exhale. Inhale, reach and point. Exhale, draw up, transfer the block. We've got 3 more. For 2. Keep squeezing the block. Last round. Nice work, you guys. This time, come all the way back up. Release the block. Hug the knees in towards your chest and take a gentle rock from side to side. And then lower the soles of the feet to the mat. Knees can stay bent, setting up for our bridge pose. So feet can be hip distance apart here, parallel with the long edges of your mat. You can walk your heels back close enough that you may be able to graze the back of your heels to the middle finger here. We're going to just take a dynamic movement on this first round just to open the front lines of the body a little bit more. So press down into your feet, lift your hips, take an inhale here. And slowly as you exhale, lower it all the way back down. You can keep just the legs or do the arms as well. Inhale, reach the arms up, maybe all the way overhead again. And exhale, lower it all the way down. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last round like that. Coming into the static version, we're going to hold this time. So press down through all 4 corners of your feet. Lift your hips. You might roll your shoulders one at a time underneath you. You can interlace your fingers, clasp your palms. You can really press your forearms down into the mat and use that as leverage to lift your hips a little bit higher. Now the tendency here is for the glutes to want to take all the work. So see if you can just relax those about 20%. And then imagine you're still squeezing that block between your inner thighs. So the legs are really active here. 2 more breaths. Release the interlace and slowly lower all the way down, vertebra by vertebra, notch by notch. And then just take your feet out wide here, knock your knees in towards one another. Take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and close your eyes, just like we did at the beginning of class. Begin to trace the path of your breath beneath you. Tuning into the sound and the rhythm of your breath, feel the beating of your heart. Good, gently float open the eyes if they're closed. And then draw your knees back to center. Heel toe your feet back so that they're once again hip distance and parallel with the long edges of your mat. You stay bent, soles of the feet stay rooted. Coming into a hip opener, taking thread the needle, so you can cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh, creating this figure 4 shape through the legs. Keep your right toes really active, flexing back towards your right shin. That's going to help protect your knee joint here. And as you draw your right knee more energetically away from you, so not a lot of work there, just start to feel that opening through the outer right hip. And if that feels like enough, you're going to stay right there. If you want to increase that stretch a little bit more, you can start to draw the whole shape in towards you. Maybe interlacing your fingers behind your left hamstring or on top of your left shin if you have the space. But notice here, if you start to round up to take that bind, really you want the shoulders to work down and back here. So only coming into the depth where that feels accessible. And then breathing into your outer right hip. And release the interlace with the hands. If it's there, lower the left foot to the mat first. Cross your right ankle from your left thigh. Maybe just tick-tock the knees from side to side here. Nice gentle windshield wiper action from left to right. And then reset that, soles of the feet root, knees bent. And this time cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh, create that figure 4 shape through the legs. Your left toes are going to draw back towards your shin. Keep your ankle and your knee joint active here. And as you energetically start to draw your left knee away from your torso, feel that stretch to the outer left thigh. And just notice that that already feels like enough, and there's no need to go further. It's perfect right where you are. If you want to increase the depth of that stretch, you can start to draw the whole shape in towards you. Maybe even interlace your hands to the belly of your right hamstring. Keep drawing your shoulders down and back. And then release the interlace on the leg if it's there. Lower your right foot to the mat. Uncross the left ankle, and then just gently tick-tock the knees here from side to side. Your feet can come out wide, at least to the outer edges of your mat. So that as your right knee falls out, your left knee falls in. And then you'll just stagger the legs from left to right. Next time the legs fall to the right, let's stay in hold, setting up for a version of a reclined twist. So you can shift your hips a little bit more to the left if you need. Reach your arms straight out to shoulder height, or bent elbows, cactus the arms. Option to cross right ankle on top of your left thigh here. And then your gaze can stay straight up towards the sky, or maybe allow your gaze to draw up and over to your left shoulder, but I encourage you to close your eyes here and just give yourself permission to melt into this twist. Your right ankle is crossed. Release that first. Soles of the feet to the mat. Knees up. Draw your gaze back to center, and then stagger the knees over to the left. Maybe shift your hips more to the right. Again, option to cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh to deepen that twist and the stretch on your right side. Maybe gaze stays straight up, or allow your gaze to cross up and over to your opposite shoulder, but close your eyes here. Permission to slow down and Start to focus a little bit more intently here on your exhales. And return your gaze back to center. Uncross left ankle from your thigh if it's there. You can hug your knees in towards your chest here. And then really squeeze the knees in towards you. You can even round your forehead up towards your knees so the shoulders lift off the mat for a moment. And just squeezing everything really tight. You can even scrunch up the face here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let that go. If you've got time for a nice Shavasana, I always recommend that. And we'll just roll over to one side here together. Take a moment and allow these last few breaths of your practice to really support the integration of the work. When you're ready, you can press up to a seat just like we started practice. Maybe taking one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. One last time, close your eyes. Feel that connection to your breath. Know that this connection always exists on or off the mat. Allow it to take you into a deeper sense of calm and relaxation as you approach the rest of your day. And as always, taking the time to end here in gratitude. So being thankful for this body and thankful for this breath. Thanks to each of you for tuning in, and I hope to see you all again soon. Namaste.